Good morning, everybody. We are now learning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. We are now back to the Sefer. Ma'al Lakashet Neshama, a mirror to adorn the soul, to beautify the soul. We've been through Reuven, Shimon, Levi. Levi is Emes, we said. Yeah, that was the last time. Now we're talking about Yehuda, which is Busha. May we be Matzliach to understand what Busha means. Busha, usually we think embarrassment means something negative, or bashfulness is something. I don't like it when I translate it to English. Busha means something else. Busha means a good trait of not just being humble. Busha means like feeling low in a positive way. You feel like you don't deserve. It's the opposite of entitlement. It's the opposite of fighting. It's the opposite of let's go. Haemes nimshach min habusha. The truth comes from busha. We spoke about truth last time. A person who is humble knows his place and he knows the truth. He knows I did not deserve to become a melech haolam. People today live with the illusion I deserve to be this and that and the other and get the whole world under my feet. And it's not true. It's not always true. Some of these Goyish motivational talks are wrong when they say that you deserve and you can be this and that. It's not always true. We'll talk about it later. Ikir Abusha, you have to be ashamed of a Kodesh Baruch Hu. People go through great lengths to avoid busha and shanda and shemsach from other people. The main thing is from a Kodesh Baruch Hu. It's hard work. You hard work, as we saw. The Mishnah says, "I wish." The Tana told his Talmidim, "I wish that your busha would be from a Kodesh Baruch Hu like it is from human beings." We tend to, feel bad from other human beings, keeping our record right, and the main thing should be from a Kodesh Baruch Hu, not from people. Don't do any sin in secret. Wow, that's a hard one. It does say in the Gemara in Kiddushin around Mem something, before Mem, don't do any Avera secretly. Don't do Averas in hiding. It does say if you want to do an Avera, you should wear black and, hide yourself in black, go to another city. Whatever that means is Machlokas Rashi Tosfos. Of course, it doesn't mean the carte blanche to do Chet. It means if you're already Choyte, don't cause Chilul Hashem. But obviously, you should not do Avera B'Seiser because that shows that you're scared of a Kodesh Baruch Hu more than from other people, more than Kodesh Baruch Hu, more than it. You should be ashamed. Milikach lo ikdulo oy kavoid. Don't try to take yourself greatness or honor. Yeah, also Shaul HaMelech, Shenista u'boch min hakovod. Wow, we learned from Shaul HaMelech something. We learned Shaul HaMelech felt too low. In a way, it wasn't good up to a certain point. But at the beginning, when Shaul HaMelech was hiding and did not seek covet, it was a good thing. People seek covet, seek glory. It's a bad thing. The more you hide yourself, don't try to make yourself a big shot, a big thing. The better for you, the better for everybody else. As it says, "Soifa covet lovoi." HaKadosh Baruch Hu will eventually grant you the covet you want or you need without you working too hard. Don't do too much ishtadlus to get covet. If Hashem wants, He will come. You do the right thing. You do what you have to do. Don't do things because you want to be number one. You should do things because they're the right thing to do. That's all. Now, and that's again the opposite of what we're being taught. Oh, another issue of shame is don't cause shame to other people. Yeah, it's a terrible avera to cause shame, embarrassment to other people in public. And we're learning now in the morning the sugya of Yehuda, the three cardinal sins, according to Tosfos in Soito, Daf Yud Gimel Amud Beis, I think, he says that there's a fourth cardinal sin, and that is Malbin Pnei Chaveroi. Tomo, as we're going to see soon, Tomo, she preferred to die, to be burnt at the stake and not cause busha, shame to Yehuda. Says Tosfos, yes, it's the fourth, there's four averas that one should die for. You should die and not cause embarrassment to your friend. Unbelievable. Why? The ozal sumka also chivra, because the redness from his body, from his face goes out, and the white comes in. It's like you're killing him. You cause him to get white in the face, to go pale. It's as if you killed him emotionally. Yeah, notice for many of us, even in chinuch or whatever, don't cause embarrassment in public. Here he comes and says another unique reason. Because your friend, the reaction that he will take away the masve busha, the mask, not a corona mask, the mask of busha that everybody has. Everybody has some kind of like face in front of the face of busha. Nobody wants to know what's going on inside his mind. We have the face, which is like a facade covering what's inside, and it's good because we have some kind of shame. But when you cause embarrassment to your friend, he's going to react, and you take away that natural bush away from him. He's going to act in a very terrible way. So besides the fact you killed him, you also caused him to sin. Yeah, this is you're perpetuating something bad. It's chain reaction. Every child knows that story, right? Everybody knows the story of Kamsa and Bar Kamsa. What happened when the guy was ashamed in public? He went and he snitched against all the Jews to Caesar, and he caused Churban Abayis. Wow, the one who causes his friend to go white, to go pale in public, terrible embarrassment in public, has no share in the world to come. That's the worst imaginable thing. Now, on the positive side, let's learn from Yehuda. Which tribe are we by? Yehuda. What does Yehuda have to do with shame? Let's look at Yehuda and Tamar. She was behaving the right way. She did not want to cause him shame in public. Look what that caused to him. He, in return, he admitted his sin, and that's why he became a melech. He was ashamed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not of anybody else, and therefore she did the right thing by not causing him shame. And he, on his side, he also was boish. He showed shame and embarrassment only from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not from anybody else. So that was a positive reaction. Instead of you insulting somebody, and then he's going to go and snitch and do a whole machlokes and break a whole shul and break a whole community. Instead of that was the right thing. Tamar did not open her mouth, didn't say it's your fault, and that caused him, it's as we say, he came around to it. He himself came to understand, yeah, really, I was wrong. Because she didn't say anything, precisely because of that, that's what caused him. So chiddush, I never knew that. Because she behaved that way, he came around to the right conclusion by himself. They say sometimes you have to do it with children. You don't tell anything to the child, but he knows you know, and then he himself comes to admit it. It's not always, doesn't always work, but sometimes. And that was a beautiful thing. What came out of that? Wow, look what this royal couple, came up with. That's why the zchus, shiotzu mimenu melochim. Kings came out of him. The osid litzosu mimenu melech HaMashiach. Melech HaMashiach will come soon, and that he is a descendant of Yehuda. He's the forefather of Mashiach. Wow, that's grand. Why? Because he was moida al emes, he had shame, he had busha. Shiyove b'meira b'yameinu. Mashiach come very soon. I'm sorry, this is trembling. Oh, man. I want to add one more thing. You see about the chain reaction here. Many times, my father, Olav Shalom, Menachem ben Akiva, should be Lul Nishmosai, used to always quote the Rashi that says, I think in Koyrach, En machzikin b'machloikes. Oh, En machzikin b'machloikes. What does that mean? One should not hold on to machloikes. Many times machloikes begins, and that can happen, and that's natural. The first knee-jerk reaction is, what? He hurt me. Ha, 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 look what happened. But machzikin b'machloikes, the second step, the other person, or whichever part of the machlokes, when they come and meet in shul tomorrow, if one of them says good morning nicely to his friend, oh, that's it. Many, many times, the other guy who shouted yesterday also feels bad. You come to him with a nice face, everything's gone, everything's forgotten. But if you continue the machlokes, the bad thing is to continue machlokes, to hold machzik, that many, many times, that's much, much harder. Once it already gets hard and stiff and old, it's much harder to correct the machlokes. Now is Elul, now is the time to change that. So in machzik and machlokes, look at Yehuda and Tamar versus Kamsa Bar Kamsa. Her first reaction was, holding her breath, and then he reacted in the right way. Also, yeah, you start the right thing, the other person would come back to you, will be at peace with you. May we all be in peace. Ask mechila from each other. I'm asking mechila for zever mal bin ponim. Please forgive me. I try not to. And may we have a good Elul and a good Yor. Thank you very much.